put me in the game. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth.
Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's a special prime time edition.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 15 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Chris Olave
with career touchdown number 156, that ties him with Terrell Owens for 5th all-time.
And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Watson on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
An incomplete pass. Leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Here's Watson. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Back to throw, Watson, and incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Watson. Buying time, under pressure again, and down he goes again. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the punt, just 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be...
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. It's Mullins. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going. After him.
From the 27, Watson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The numbers for Sanders last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. It's caught by Sanders. Shifts by him, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Watson now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're coming off a loss to the Washington Commanders, but so far here on their way to rebounding nicely. They lead as they take the field for 1st and 10.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He finds his man complete. That's Mullins. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Seahawks at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He finds his man complete. That's Mullins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Here's Walker. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
A try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And that's a touchdown, but there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now back to throw.
He completes this to Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. 2nd and 6. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their... timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Walker now on 1st and 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break. Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we are at halftime here. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st and 10, Watson. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Dancing to his left, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Mickens. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Olave with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Running right, here's Sanders. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Watson, option left. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Watson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Premium here. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Olave with career touchdown number 158. That pushes him past Randy Moss and into 4th place all time. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter. And it's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Quick throw to Olave. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They give him a gain of 37.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks will add to their fourth quarter lead. And it's no good. He pushed it wide left, and our score will remain right where it is. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 47 yards.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on.
And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
But that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps them move the sticks.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Another run here with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Back to Walker on 1st down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Oh, no, he lost the football. Touchdown. Well, that's the value of having a teammate that's got your back, because it was nearly a disaster, but fortunately a friendly face able to fall on it in the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was tired from all of that running or what, but he was unable to hold on to the football. Fortunately for him, someone on his team wasn't too tired to find the ball and score a touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they're able to throw it in. For the 2-point conversion, sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the old.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. 139 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They run again with Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. But that is going nowhere. Only a yard up to the 2. Watson to throw. Pass complete. Goddard. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Into the hands of Sanders. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sanders. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. To throw, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They're going right back to Walker. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Seahawks, their good start continues as they get their